Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, February 3rd, at 3:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 698 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Myanmar coup, China blocks UN condemnation as protest grows. Biden's team is reportedly surprised Republicans don't see the political upsides of backing a big COVID-19 bill. Their goal is to destroy everyone, Uyghur camp detainees allege systematic rape. No Senate Republicans voted to advance the stimulus package that'll give most Americans $1,400 one-time checks. Capitol riot suspect asks courts permission to vacation in Mexico, and gets it. Inside the life of the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos, his $400 million real estate portfolio and 400,000-acre ranch. Rapper Ozzy Marcus' brother arrested after live streaming with two women's bodies. Pelosi announces protective measures for members of Congress traveling to and from D.C. Newsmax anchor begs producers to get out of train wreck Mike Lindell interview. A man is accused of stabbing someone during a face mask dispute and then trying to hit cops with baseball bats. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi remanded in custody following coup, CNN. GameStop climbs 11% in volatile pre-market trade as Reddit traders dig in, CNBC. Jimmy Kimmel warns Melania Marjorie Taylor Greene is coming for Trump, The Daily Beast. AstraZeneca vaccine can slow the spread of COVID and delayed second dose works, Oxford data shows, CNBC. COVID-19, 0.54% of hospital staff got virus 1-10 days after vaccination, The Jerusalem Post. Jeff Bezos stepped down as Amazon CEO and the gags came quicker than a Prime package, HuffPost. PS5 shipped 4.5 million units in 2020, matches PS4's launch, IGN. Italy looks to Mario Draghi to solve crisis, to delight of pro-EU politicians, The New York Times. WHO team visits high-security Wuhan virus lab at center of speculation, Fox News. Trump appointees to Pentagon boards blocked by Biden defense chief, reports, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Congress could finally make life better for parents, if it doesn't blow it. A comparison of the 5 leading COVID-19 vaccines. The best nacho cheese, is it made with Velveeta, roux or plain melted cheese? 39 relatable tweets about being in a long-distance relationship. Self-care is hard to come by as a parent right now, do it anyway. 10 years after awkward black girl, Issa Rae reflects on the table she's built. Can facial massage sculpt you a better face or is it total BS? 14 ridiculously easy snack mixes to make for the Super Bowl. Everything you should see from this year's Sundance Film Festival. Carrying Betsy DeVos torch, more states push voucher programs. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Elkhart Museum offering virtual photo care class. 91-year-old and 92-year-old best friend survive COVID-19. Near-dead dog abandoned now trying to walk. Residents on hook for thousands after hail damage. Restaurant owner helps vendors, feeds homeless. Family gets COVID-19 twice. Teacher creates Chiefs art from household items. Texas DPS accidentally pushes Amber Alert for Chucky doll. Group tries to return veteran memorabilia left behind. Third Maryland child under age 10 dies of COVID-19. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. After coup, Myanmar military charges Aung San Suu Kyi with obscure infraction. Golden Globes 2021 nominations, what to expect, predictions. Please, give me back my daughter. In rare public statement, congressional aides call for Trump's conviction. The AstraZeneca vaccine is shown to drastically cut transmission of the virus. Why I still want a Tom Brady Super Bowl victory. After the storm, New York digs its way out. In the Ozarks, the pandemic threatens a fragile musical tradition. The QAnon delusion has not loosened its grip. Biden administration faces backlog of 380,000 waiting to immigrate. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Senator Rick Scott, Biden's big government approach, here's how he'll hurt businesses, workers, families. Rihanna draws attention to India's months-long farmers' protest amid report of internet blackout. Coca-Cola's iconic Super Bowl commercial with Mean Joe Green took days to film, and for this silly reason. 10 most memorable Super Bowl national anthem performances. Last Man Standing sees Tim Allen's Mike Baxter butt heads with Jay Leno's Joe. FBI agent slings in Florida draw Biden's grief, a hell of a price to pay. Burmese doctors stop working amid COVID-19 outbreak to protest coup, report. Super Bowl sweets, 5 desserts to serve during the big game. Man wakes up from 11-month coma, as family weighs how to explain pandemic to him, report. As Biden focuses on policy, are we secretly missing the Trump drama? You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Police investigating whether Nazi, convict Trump graffiti on supporters' business was hate crime. Twitter yanks official MyPillow account 1 week after removing CEO Mike Lindell's. Amber Alert mistakenly sent out for Chucky doll of Child's Play horror films. CBS Sports set to air 7 hours of pre-game coverage for Super Bowl LV across TV, streaming platforms. Love doesn't die, people do. Chris Kyle's widow remembers American Sniper on 8th anniversary of death. Tom Brady explains why he sought out Patrick Mahomes after 2018 AFC Championship game. Rob Gronkowski tricking Buccaneers training staff adds some life to a Super Bowl week. High school basketball coach gives one of his players the shoes off of his feet during game. Stimulus check, will GOP counter-offer affect Biden's $1.9 trillion relief package? Buffalo Bills home in the Silence of the Lambs sold. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Ex-Sugar Hut boss Mick Norcross, 57, was found hanged in basement. Photos show Nazi SS troops rounding up Jewish men, women and children following the 1943 Warsaw Uprising. Doctor reveals the exact amount of skincare products you should use, and it might surprise you. Scottish care home where 19 residents died in COVID outbreak is slammed by watchdog. Feline upstaged, cat gets stuck in curtain behind student. Tracy Cox reveals why serial cheaters don't change their spots. Price tag on Versace 765 crystal-studded travel mug raises eyebrows. Labor patriotic rebranding plan to win back red wall voters. Riot officers chase man around trampoline as they hunt suspect who threw petrol bomb near synagogue. Look at the size of it. Shocking moment 14 feet snake is found by Scottish pub. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Mexican police were involved in massacre that killed Guatemalan migrants, prosecutors say. Myanmar's coup and the waning of an Obama-Biden legacy. India hits back at Rihanna, Greta Thunberg and other celebrities after they support farmer protests. Live updates. AstraZeneca vaccine shows strong effect against coronavirus with just one dose, while new study reveals worryingly stealthy variants. Taliban on diplomatic blitz after Afghan peace talks stall. Stuck between the pandemic and politics, some countries ban rivals' vaccines. China's defense lawyers ran into a brick wall, the order came from high up. Myanmar coup sparks resistance, with boycotts, noise and digital activism. Malawi setting up field hospitals to cope with virus surge. China arrests suspects in fake COVID-19 vaccine ring. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Republicans clash over futures of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Liz Cheney. Live updates. Coronavirus live news. WHO team visits Wuhan lab. COVID antibodies protect survivors for 6 months. Colleen Echo Hawk aims to be Seattle's first Indigenous mayor. We have to find ways to change. Global stocks and oil prices rise amid stimulus and vaccine optimism. Business Live. Malaysian fugitive try to buy golden passport to EU, report says. Myanmar coup, Aung San Suu Kyi charged as civil disobedience grows. Mariah Carey sued by sister Allison for emotional distress arising from memoir. They came at night, how a Spanish crew shot an alternative Dracula after Bela Lugosi had gone to bed. Colombia's forgotten ex-guerrilla still waiting for peace dividend. The AIDS Angel, how Ruth Coker Burks comforted dying gay men. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Denmark to develop digital passport proving vaccinations. Golden Globes nominations could belong to Netflix. Biden pays respects as fallen Capitol Police officer Brian Sicknick lies in honor. 2 California supermarkets closing after city orders pay hike. Jeff Bezos to step down as Amazon CEO, become chair of the board. 2 FBI agents gunned down while serving warrant are identified. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. What is happening in Myanmar and why? Myanmar coup, detained Aung San Suu Kyi faces charges. Morgan Wallen, U.S. radio stations drop country star over racial slur. Perth bushfire, evacuations as dozens of homes destroyed. Golden Globes 2021, 6 things to look out for in the nominations. Farmers protest, India says Rihanna tweet irresponsible. Jeff Bezos to step down as Amazon chief executive. Eric Trump blasts Scottish MPs over wealth debate. COVID, Australian MPs clash in hallway over misinformation. Impeachment, House lays out case against Trump. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. SpaceX Starship test ends in fiery crash landing. Biopic pick, Youngblood. Biopic pick, David Guetta. Biopic pick, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. AP Top Stories February 3rd. Oldman on Fincher's many takes, I'm there to serve. Puppy Bowl goes ahead with COVID protocols. Nan Fu Wang, COVID outbreak in the U.S. has shocked me. Snowy owl seen in Central Park after 130 years, a rare spotting of an unpredictable Arctic bird. Los Angeles Police Department vows immediate arrests for vaccine protesters at Dodger Stadium, National Park Service to require masks, latest COVID-19 updates. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Magnitude 3.7 quake strikes near El Centro, California. How to get your first and second COVID-19 vaccine doses in San Bernardino County. 3 injured in explosion that sparked brush fire in Valencia. Los Angeles Police Department union leaders cut deal to avoid layoffs, delaying pay increases until 2023. California needs more COVID-19 vaccine, but areas like LA are actually getting less. $4 isn't much. Closure of Ralph's over COVID-19 hero pay angers shoppers, employees. Los Angeles Police Department vows arrests if protesters again disrupt Dodger Stadium vaccine site. Got a COVID-19 vaccine? You still need a mask to visit downtown Disneyland. Preschool's pet tortoise beaten, stabbed but is recovering. Hazard pay for grocery workers gets a big boost from LA, but big chains are pushing back. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. German nun sold orphaned children to sexual predators. In India, angry farmer dumps 10 quintals of cauliflower on road after traders offer Rs $1.01 per kg for it. Police find woman in boot trunk of car after truck driver spotted a hand waving through broken tail light. Google to pay $3.8 million over alleged discrimination against women, Asians. China blocks UN condemnation of Myanmar coup. Rihanna and Greta Thunberg speak up for farmers' protest, face vicious troll attack. World's largest iceberg shatters into a dozen pieces. Russia, protests erupt over Navalny prison sentencing. No more media people will enter, police bar entry to journalists at farmers' protest site in India. China bans children from using mobile phones at school. Russia, mass detentions after Putin critic Navalny jailed. Protests across Russia demand the release of Putin foe Alexei Navalny. It's a perfect storm. A shipping container crisis has upended the global food trade. India farmer protests, wildlife fortification to protect Delhi, iron nails, rods, barbed wire, boulders and makeshift walls are being used to barricade Delhi's borders against thousands of protesting farmers. Ukraine finally bans 3 free air TV channels. 112, UK Reina, News 1 and SIG for spreading anti-Ukrainian propaganda and Russian disinformation. The next headlines are from Forbes. Reports, Manhattan delays prosecuting Steve Bannon for border wall fraud after Trump's last-minute pardon in federal case. FC Barcelona vs Granada preview, team news and starting lineup. New brand 2.0, Veranada. Behind the cams gates, rape and sexual violence against Dwyer women. Colorado Rockies owner Dick Monfort says losing DJ LeMahieu was a mistake and confirms what the Yankees know. Does Subway serve fake tuna? Here is what this lawsuit alleges. Sundance 2020, Judas and the Black Messiah is a must-see look at a deep betrayal and political assassination. 5 takeaways from Amazon earnings as Jeff Bezos to step down as CEO. ITZY, Twice, Luna, G, Idol and Red Velvet, the K-pop girl groups that could break in America in 2021. White could be the new black for big oil. The next headlines are from Nature.com. COVID's mental health toll, how scientists are tracking a surge in depression. Single-shot COVID vaccine, huge LGBTQ survey and coronavirus death risk. The key to social change, free will on trial, and an astrophysicist on a visit from extraterrestrials, books in brief. Author correction, innervation of thermogenic adipose tissue via a qualcintin in 3bs100b axis. 5 reasons why researchers should learn to love the command line. Rethink how we plan research to shrink COVID health disparities. Coronavirus is in the air, there's too much focus on surfaces. Vaccine sprint predicted a decade ago. Open access pay for review option, ethical question. COVID-19 vaccines, call for global push to maintain efficacy. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,683,540,540 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Indian government muzzles Twitter as Rihanna, Greta Thunberg adds celebrity support for farmer protests. Scripted TV commissions surge as global TV production looks primed for new peaks. Stars Play secures $25 million in debt financing from UAE firm Ruaya Partners, Global Bulletin. Sex education star Asa Butterfield on shooting during pandemic, secrets of show's success, social media. Lifestyle influencer Patricia Bright sets YouTube original with Clinton's Hidden Light Productions exclusive. Eddie Izzard, Joe Joyner, and Diosho join cast of Harlan Coben Netflix drama Stay Close exclusive. Ailey Review, a tantalizing at times overly sketchy portrait of a dance visionary. Sony's film and TV profits leap to $212 million in third quarter. Country radio quickly removing Morgan Wallen from playlists after racial slur. Philly DA gives fascinating look at how progressivism can redefine justice, TV review. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Colleges add more in-person classes for spring, amid high risk of coronavirus spread. A rocky road on the way to herd immunity for COVID-19. The U.S. battles coronavirus, but is it fair to compare pandemic to a war? GOP discord once again has Trump at its center. A long time coming, given DHS warning, a look at U.S. domestic extremism threats. With 28 executive orders signed, President Biden is off to a record start. New York repeals walking while trans law. Kroger to close 2 Long Beach stores following city-mandated pandemic pay increase. Explosion on movie set ignites California brush fire, critically injures 3. Pro-Trump election conspiracist Lynn Wood under investigation for illegal voting. The following headlines are from The Week. The reluctant making of a China hawk. Weird and not so weird ways to save money. Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting exactly what she wants. Democrats may only have one chance to stop America from becoming a one-party state. Stephen Bannon, pardoned by Trump, may now be charged over the same scheme in New York. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, and Trevor Noah dissect the GOP civil war on Marjorie Taylor Greene's loony lies. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler will co-host the Golden Globes from opposite sides of the country. At age 92, former journalist publishes her first book. Divided House approves $5,000 minus $10,000 fines for lawmakers who bypass security screenings. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Payday and car title lenders in Texas won more than $45 million in pandemic aid. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Real Physics Live. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. NASA's Perseverance pays off back home. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Physicists figure out how to make gravitational wave detectors hear 6x more universe. What could we learn from a mission to Phobos? SN9 test ends with a boom, you're up SN10. When galaxies collide, black holes don't always get the feast they were hoping for. Messenger saw a meteoroid strike Mercury. Astronomers are starting to understand the quasar life cycle. Galaxy mergers can boost star formation, and it can also shut it down. A Sun-like star found with 5 exoplanets orbiting it. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, February 3rd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Watch giant pandas frolic in the snow. Groundhog predicts 6 more weeks of winter. The Stars Shula and Lesith Hair American League Division Series of Spring. Locate Cassiopeia the Queen. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny jailed. McConnell lies low ahead of Trump trial. How Biden can unify America. Opinion: Biden must rally Europe to stand up to Putin. GameStop frenzy prompts Yellen to call meeting with SEC, Fed. Pentagon: Trump administration laid groundwork for Guantanamo vaccinations. Capitol police officer who died after riot lies in honor. Schiff has his eyes on being California's AG and Pelosi's on board with it. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Live coronavirus, potential transmission of UK COVID strain in Melbourne quarantine hotel investigated as WA lockdown continues. Lightbulb moment on gay conversion laws fails to match a real need. An Olympics with no cheering, IOC reveals first COVID playbook. De Silva Seals comeback win for Mariners over Melbourne City. Myanmar police file charges against Aung San Suu Kyi after coup. Worker in Victoria's hotel quarantine program tests positive for COVID-19. Anxious wait for Perth suburbs in fires path as wind fans massive front. Every dog has its day. Advantage Australia, Millman beats Pervolaricas. Police dish out more mask charges amid WA lockdown. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Cannabis Watch, cannabis stocks rally after Chuck Schumer leads drive for reforms that may end federal prohibition. Deep dive, hey, Robinhood traders, these non-bubble stocks can also be good bets for you. In one chart, with Jeff Bezos at helm, Amazon stock performance has made the S&P 500 look like a flat line. Glaxo and CureVac join forces to develop vaccines targeting new COVID-19 variants. GameStop, AMC rise in Wednesday pre-market trade. Here's a simple way to raise your financial IQ. Auto Trader, Mercedes new F squares off with Tesla Model Y in Europe. NerdWallet, 7 credit card perks you should insist on this year. NerdWallet, I come from hardscrabble folks, how this 47-year-old saved $700,000. Europe markets, European stocks and US futures rise as earnings lift big corporates. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. How to protect your intellectual property in the games industry, gamesindustry.biz. Startups and small entities in India to reap benefits under new design rules, intellectual property, India, Mondak News alerts. Wyeth awarded RMB 30.55 million by Hangzhou court, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. Breaking dilemma of burden of proof IPR holders face in civil lawsuit, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. Early warning, cancellation of government subsidies may lead to drop of patent filings, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. Higher Smart Home Tops 2020 Global Smart Home Invention Patent Rankings, empowers scenario-based ecosystem innovation, PR Newswire. Hyundai Mobis files 2,100 patent applications globally in 2020, Business Korea. Valve facing $4 million in fines over controller patent infringement, Shack News. U.S. Navy's UFO-like patent raises questions, Asia Times. Examining EPO's strict new approach to AI patent disclosure, Law 360. The next headlines are from Quartz. Waiting 10 years to start eliminating emissions will cost the U.S. more than $3.5 trillion. Contemporary hip-hop embodies a dynamic Pan-Africanism. Semiconductors helped make Taiwan Asia's top-performing economy in 2020. Clubhouse invite codes are becoming hot merchandise in China. India hopes for a V-shaped recovery, but will it give the unemployed their careers back? What Indian students thought of Nirmala Sitharaman's 2021 budget. Who is Amazon's new CEO, Andy Jassy? The pandemic is making a mess of shipping from China. Exxon's new climate initiative is too little, too late. Vacant sublet space in New York's office market is up 91% since mid-2019. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Japan looks to amend copyright law to force some cosplayers to pay to cosplay. After years of ignoring abuse at a women's prison, Department of Corrections suspends nearly 3 dozen employees. TechDirt Podcast Episode 268, A New Approach to Fighting Online Harassment. No, Section 230 has nothing to do with horrific NY Times story of online stalker getting revenge for decades-old slight. Federal court tosses constitutional challenge of FOSTA brought by the only person the feds have used FOSTA against. Daily Deal, the all-in-one developer and project manager exam certification prep bundle. Professional buttholes equate consequences with cancel culture to obscure that they're finally being held accountable. AT&T and Verizon got billions from government, yet laid off 95,000 people in just 5 years. Texas immigration lawyer sues DHS, CBP over seizure and search of his work phone. 6 more Houston cops involved in deadly drug raid are now facing criminal charges. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Celtics. Candace Parker. Morgan Wallen. Fred VanVleet. Celtics vs. Warriors. Tom Moore. Clippers vs. Nets. Pete Buttigieg. Manchester United. AMZN. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Ukrainian teen sensation Mavchik clears the bar at 2.06 meters, threatening to dethrone Maria Lasitskin in women's high jump. Price of domestic normality is strict COVID-19 travel quarantine rules, Scotland's National Clinical Director warns. Humans could safely enter black holes, but it would be a terrifying, one-way trip. Riot police use batons to break up unplanned demonstrations in central Moscow as Navalny supporters protest his prison sentence. I don't want to see them punching each other in the face, ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith slammed for polemic on women's MMA. No new hospitalizations in those who have been vaccinated against COVID-19, says Oxford vaccine chief, but warns of mutant variants. UK government enlists Love Island star Dr. Alex to advocate for youth mental health as children suffer from COVID-related woes. Courtside Karen Juliana Carlos apologizes for notorious clash with LeBron James as she reportedly escapes ban from NBA games. Children of men come true, COVID May 19th reduce male fertility worldwide, scientists warn. South Korea holds drill at international airport ahead of COVID-19 vaccine deliveries. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. The GameStop rebels versus Too Big to Fail. Chinese police arrest ringleader, suspects in fake COVID vaccine ring. Young free speech advocates in UK launch new movement to reimagine the public square. France raises more questions about AstraZeneca jab safety as Oxford releases new data. Von Greyer's paper silver is toxic. Europol warns gangs are selling fake COVID certificates for air travel. UK finds mutations of concern in Bristol and Liverpool, Health Secretary. H.R. 127, a new bill in Congress would literally end your Second Amendment rights permanently. Soldiers of the future, Russia reveals fourth-generation combat gear for 2035. Our oligarchs' crisis of confidence. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Rihanna, Greta Thunberg anger India by supporting farmer protests. Sanders Neiman Gorman's poem, The Mystic Soul of American Folk. Afghan judge killed in Jalalabad, third court official in a month. Today's fake culture war resurrects an old colonial trick. Rapid Action Battalion, Bangladesh's notorious paramilitary force. Can the U.S. confront its domestic terror threat? Italy looks to ex-ECB chief Draghi to end political crisis. UN's top court to rule on U.S. sanctions on Iran. In pictures, out-of-control bushfire burns homes in Australia. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Romney, disingenuous for Republicans to criticize Democrats after big spending under Trump. Joe Biden pays respects to slain Capitol Hill officer Brian Sicknick. Pentagon begins review of advisory committees over concern about Trump appointees. Joe Biden seeks to surge foreign-born voting population ahead of elections. Report, Adam Schiff lobbies to be California Attorney General, could run for Dianne Feinstein's Senate seat. Lindsey Graham defends Liz Cheney, one of the strongest conservative voices. Joe Biden signs order revamping welfare-dependent immigration. Fact check, Democrats launch ad falsely accusing Republicans of backing QAnon. NYC mayoral candidate Andrew Yang tests positive for coronavirus. Michigan let them play files suit against Gretchen Whitmer administration over winter sports ban. The next headlines are from UPI News. Virginia man wins $150,000 lottery prize, thanks to sub sandwich. Watch, wildlife workers squirrel surprise caught on camera. Watch, man finds century-old portraits in hidden attic of New York building. Watch, migratory birds getting drunk on fermented berries in Texas. Watch, 10-foot alligator removed from Florida neighborhood. Watch, canine training exercise in Washington interrupted by wandering bear. Watch, Hollywood sign temporarily reads Hollaboob, 6 people arrested. Look, girl, 4, discovers Dianosaur footprint on Welsh beach. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 5 strangest planets in the galaxy. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. 4-year-old girl finds Dianosaur footprint on a beach from 215 million years ago. New prostate cancer test makes diagnosis from urine in 20 minutes with near 100% accuracy, researchers say. Mythical creatures made from nature's waste have been popping up in Canadian Park. Rockfish populations rebound after strict management decades ahead of the expected date. These groundhogs came out, then shared a tomato feast at a tiny picnic table. Watch. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, February 3rd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Name a cockroach after your ex and watch it get eaten for Valentine's Day. Taking the plunge, Indian couple gets married underwater. Village rescinds resolution directing removal of toilet gardens in Potsdam. The nude silhouette TikTok challenge has soured after tutorials spread showing how to remove the filter. How do wombats poop cubes? Scientists get to the bottom of the mystery. Sacred Bones announces album created by a baby still inside the womb. Most and least expensive states for grocery shopping in 2021. Study says 6% will be watching the Super Bowl naked. This candy company will pay you $30 an hour to taste test their sweets. Bridge embarking could be named Bridgie McBridgeface. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Spotify searches don't sync across devices, and it's ridiculous. 5 tips for leaders on how to take stock and get businesses ready for 2021. This Indian state's police force will block passport applications over anti-national social media posts. Surface Pro X long-term review, excellent, if it's not your only PC. How to check your Google Meet video quality before joining a call. Jeff Bezos will no longer be the CEO of Amazon in Q3 2021. Boston Dynamics' terrifying robot dog now has an arm and a self-charging dock. Shopify and dropshipping go hand in hand. This training can show you how. Become a sentient AI on the run from your evil ex in this radically inclusive management game. Sony patents AI that adjusts gameplay difficulty when you're struggling. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Explaining differences between the viruses that cause COVID-19 and SARS. Remyelinating drug could improve vision in patients with multiple sclerosis. COVID-19 lockdowns temporarily raised global temperatures, research shows. Sea level will rise faster than previously thought. Arctic shrubs add new piece to ecological puzzle. Textile sensor patch could detect pressure points for amputees. Study challenges ecology's field of dreams hypothesis. Modeling the brain during pain processing. Researchers create novel photonic chip. A new hands-off probe uses light to explore electron behavior in a topological insulator. The next headlines are from Information Week. Continuous delivery, why you need it and how to get started. The IT leader's new imperative, constructing the culture. For modernization, be nimble, be agile, and go fast. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, February 3rd from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. It's sloppy and closer than expected, and the Utah Jazz don't care, they'll take the win. The triple team, Jazz find their energy, lose it, then find it again to get win over Pistons. Utah fantasy theme park Evermore sues Taylor Swift over alleged trademark infringement. Former Overstock CEO Patrick Byrne describes bluffing his way into Trump's White House. Bill that would allow any billboard in the state to go digital advances through House committee. Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, will step down as CEO. Bill aiming to put limits on paid signature gatherers for ballot initiatives advanced by House committee. Robert Gehrke, Utah will likely do away with concealed firearms permits. Here are the problems with that. Zion National Park gets $33 million federal grant for electric shuttles. Bagley cartoon, Bad Boyfriend. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Astronomers detect extended dark matter halo around ancient dwarf galaxy. Amazon's next headquarters is a glass poop emoji covered in trees. Fauci says CDC may recommend wearing two masks to fight virus. There's a curious effect urban trees might have on depression. Hacker group inserted malware in Nox Player Android emulator. Tesla recalls roughly 135,000 vehicles over touchscreen failures. Comcast lifts uploads to 5 megabits per second amid complaints its low-income plan is too slow. Miami is considering paying its city employees in Bitcoin. Google Cloud lost $5.61 billion on $13.06 billion revenue last year. Robinhood screwed its users but is more popular than ever. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Point system now in effect for Main Street businesses after officers injured during weekend violence. Family facing eviction asks you paid for help on a problem facing thousands of people in our area. Long-acting injection clinic expands into St. Charles County to treat drug and alcohol addiction. St. Louis County gears up for mass vaccinations while requesting more doses. Blues fans ready to return to the Enterprise Center with increased capacity. Lawmakers want to stop the state from taking overpaid unemployment benefits from Missourians. Officer killed in Capitol riot lies in honor before ceremonial departure for Arlington National Cemetery. Man in custody after woman is attacked, sexually assaulted in Forest Park. Major case squad identifies men found dead in Godfrey home. Madison County man accused of setting fire to home with wife, children still inside. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Man with a gun suspect leads police on lengthy chase on 10 freeway in San Gabriel Valley. Feds say South Bay retail fire was accidental, fundraiser launched for injured firefighter. One taken to hospital in Spring Valley shooting. Body of missing man found in lake at North County RV Park. Recall campaign for council president will go live Wednesday. Navy investigating after black sailor finds noose aboard USS Lake Champlain. School district pushes for coronavirus vaccines for teachers. San Diego County COVID-19 cases hit 2-month low. Faulconer calls for California comeback, blasts Newsom in first campaign appearance. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. China news, China launched 3 military spy satellites into orbit. Chinese hackers used SolarWinds bug to spy on U.S. payroll agency, say sources. Israeli cyber firm sold spy tech to South Sudan, investigation finds. Bangladesh bought spyware from Israeli surveillance company. Is Russia targeting Central Intelligence Agency spies with secret weapons? Being a spy is really cool, tweets Central Intelligence Agency. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Navy awards contract to buy systems for air traffic control systems. USS Gabrielle Giffords returns from 17-month rotational deployment. Israel successfully tests advanced version of Iron Dome defense system. U.S. Marine Corps new heavy lift helicopter practices landing in fields. Raytheon gets $290 million contract for F-35 support. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Mei Lanfang, China's greatest stage performer. China wants teenage boys to man up, but public fears toxic masculinity. Kuai copyright dispute escalates ahead of Hong Kong IPO. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Biden signs immigration orders as Congress awaits more. Kaiser Walnut Creek fined for COVID-19 violations. Death of 2-year-old boy in Oakland remains a mystery. Ballots go out for 2 tax measures in Sonoma County special elections. GameStop and AMC crumble as broader stock market rises. Jeff Bezos stepping down as Amazon CEO. When HWI-1 collapses by Big Sur, Caltrans engineers face unique challenges. Oakland Zoo reservations reopen after system overload. Why Governor Newsom's approval rate is sinking. COVID-19 vaccines coming to 100 CVS pharmacy locations, including 3 in Bay Area. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Scared smile, Baylor's Richards recovers from spinal injury. Man United beats Southampton 9-0, ties biggest EPL win. On baseball, MLB work stoppage in 2022 increasingly likely. Big tech leads stocks to broad gains, GameStop, AMC tank. Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, to step down as CEO. Police say Inverness fire was intentional, but who said it remains unclear. House Democrats make case for conviction, Trump denies charges. Why you should not share your COVID vaccination card on social media. COVID-19 restrictions easing in DuPage, Kane, Lake and McHenry counties Wednesday. COVID-19 update, 32,559 vaccine doses given, 47 more deaths, 2,304 new cases. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Washington wildlife officials ask residents to take down bird feeders amid outbreak of salmonellosis. Seattle City Council unanimously approves updates to construction and energy codes. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.7 m, depth 10 km, in Fiji February 2, 2021, 2049 UTC, about 8,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for tropical cyclone Lucas 21, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for tropical cyclone 1821, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cipher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. A new approach to domestic terrorism. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. FBI, 2 agents killed, 3 wounded, suspect dead in Florida. Woman with $8 to Harris County leaders on rent relief, release the millions. How ICMA relief gives back to Houstonians of all faiths. Pennsylvania billionaire buys SpaceX flight to orbit the globe, 1 seat up for grabs. Billboard campaign seeks leads in Conroe couple's murder from 25 years ago. Jeff Bezos stepping down as Amazon CEO, will be succeeded by Andy Jassy. Biden administration moves to provide COVID-19 vaccine to pharmacies. Senate confirms Alejandro Mayorkas as Biden's Homeland Security chief. SpaceX's second Starship test flight ends with another kaboom. Biden cabinet, Senate confirms Pete Buttigieg as transportation secretary. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Georgia Senate GOP introduced bills to limit mail voting. Puerto Rico to get billions for storm aid, reconstruction. Sources, Biden to tap career diplomat as Latin America envoy. In Ohio, open Senate seat sparks debate on gender, diversity. Golden Globes nominations Wednesday could belong to Netflix. Common pots prepared by neighbors feeding thousands in Peru. Review, Insane What is a visceral psychological horror. Google's rebounding ad revenue spells big 4Q for Alphabet. Murder charges expected in attack on famed Private Eye. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Data, Staten Island Chuck or Punxsutawney Phil, which groundhog is historically more accurate? Extra, ready for the next snowstorm? City landmarks downtown Brooklyn row house believed to be Underground Railroad stop. 5 male contenders say they want NYPD officers to live in NYC. Would that change anything? NYC charter schools report increase in enrollment as public schools lose students. Where does the February 1st snowstorm rank in all NYC snow events? Detained immigrants seek release under Biden's new enforcement priorities, hoping ICE will comply. What does the mayor of New York City do? Insulin can cost hundreds per month. Democratic lawmakers in NY.NJ want to cap it at $30 minus $50. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, M4.4 quake has struck near San Juan in Peru. Light earthquake, M4.1 quake has struck near Sorong in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, M3.35 quake has struck near Polo Gia in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake, 3.2 mag strikes near Chignik in Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.3 mag has occurred near Sandpoint in Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.5 mag strikes near Andreanoff Islands, Aleutian Islands, Alaska. Minor earthquake 3.5 mag, 51 kilometers southwest of Atka, Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.5 mag was detected near King Cove in Alaska. Minor earthquake, M3.5 quake has struck near Ugashik in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag strikes near Atka in Alaska. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. As army takes over, fear and uncertainty grip Myanmar citizens. A counter-narrative, ruminations around Holocaust Memorial Day. Caught in tangled web of vaccine nationalism. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Everything about the Biden administration is fake. Former ECB chief Mario Draghi tapped to lead Italy as government collapses. Trump nominated for Nobel Peace Prize over Israel-UAE peace deal. NY Times calls for Biden to appoint reality czar to fight misinformation. CDC orders air travelers to unmask for government surveillance. Lebanon, British embassy infiltrates military intelligence, provides snooping equipment, indoctrinates young Palestinians. Dubai has announced the creation of a space court in order to settle off-planet commercial disputes. Cops chilling suicide note calls for ending drug war, racist policing, and unity between left and right. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. People in Myanmar honk horns, bang on pots to protest coup. Did an aerobics video show parts of Myanmar coup? Does Forrest Gump plot include these inconsistencies? How to tell if your dog is a genius. Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, will step down as CEO. COVID vaccine shipments coming to U.S. pharmacies. Ocasio-Cortez talks Capitol attack, past sexual assault. Did McConnell say Marjorie Taylor Greene's opinions are a cancer for Republican Party? Trump lawyer, impeachment case undemocratic, ill-advised. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Meme misleads on early actions by Biden. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Newsmax anchors desperately cut off MyPillow guy from peddling Dominion conspiracies. Capitol Hill braces for impeachment clown show as Trump clings to big lie. Fox News ratings free fall is a self-inflicted wound, insiders say. When Marilyn Manson pulled a gun on her she thought, am I going to die? German nun sold orphaned children to sexual predators, report. Russian media, traitors like Alexei Navalny deserve death. You shouldn't cut your dog's nails according to this expert. Paralyzed with grief, 5 children, man killed in Oklahoma shooting rampage. Dems Trump case, if sicking rioters on Congress over lost election isn't impeachable, then what is? I've worn these socks every day while working from home. The next headlines are from the New York Post. John Travolta and daughter do Grease dance in Super Bowl 2021 commercial. Schumer taps Socialist Sanders to head finance, Manchin to lead energy. Maggie Gray, Al Dukes have heated WFAN debate after Mickey Callaway report. Democrats blast Cuomo's health chief Howard Zucker as liar, puppet. Suspects arrested in Oklahoma massacre of man and 5 children. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The beginning to the end of the universe. How black holes die. The beginning to the end of the universe. A cold, lonely death. The beginning to the end of the universe. Exploring the shape of space-time. Watch SpaceX's Starship prototype SN9 ends its test with a bang. Apes, robots and men, a life and death of the first space chimp. The beginning to the end of the universe. The mystery of dark energy. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. SpaceX Starship prototype explodes on landing in test flight. Astronomers find origins of galactic cannibalism in dark matter halo. Northeast pummeled with heavy snow and fierce wind. COVID-19 vaccines to roll out to pharmacies across U.S. Groundhog Day 2021, Punxsutawney Phil makes his prediction. Pregnant women concerned about COVID vaccine over lack of data. Biden faces obstacles to hit goal of 100 million vaccinations in first 100 days. Lack of data prompts COVID vaccine concerns among pregnant women. Threat grows from COVID variants as U.S. races to distribute vaccine. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. New York repeals state's antiquated walking while trans ban. Slain Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick lies in honor in a rotunda. Senate confirms Mayorkas, but a judge to lead Homeland Security and Transportation departments. Justice Thomas's wife apologizes for pro-Trump stance that divided husband's former law clerks. Jack Palladino, private detective, dies at 76 after attack. Woman films herself pouring boiling water on sleeping boyfriend, posts video on Snapchat, prosecutors. Cuomo says NYC, local govs can decide whether restaurant workers, taxi drivers can get COVID vaccine. Prominent LGBTQ+ club endorses Bronx politician who opposed same-sex marriage. Wish I never went out that day, Connecticut woman saved from sinking truck in Monday snowstorm insists she wasn't driving recklessly. Chadwick Boseman snags 2 posthumous NAACP Image Award nominations. The following headlines are from military.com. Every soldier a drone fighter, plan would make counter-UAS training an Army requirement. Navy eyes new virus prevention strategy, thousands of rapid COVID tests. Airmen receive Bronze Stars for stemming COVID-19 outbreak at Afghanistan base. Air Force report blames improperly stored chemicals for fire that gutted Cardino warehouse. Coast Guard, Navy delivered $211 million drug haul seized from smugglers to port in San Diego. Navy may look to Army's future vertical lift program for Seahawk replacement. Hundreds of doctors fired by VA may still be treating veterans, GAL fines. Commissioning of Navy LCS Minneapolis Street, Paul on hold after design defect discovered. Army investigates how soldiers drank antifreeze chemical as to remain in intensive care unit. Afghan officials, bombings in Kabul kill 2, including cleric. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Tax business cited for violating COVID-19 restrictions with illegal club, while River North restaurant charged for overcapacity. Project to block Asian carp from entering Lake Michigan moves forward. We're essentially adding a very successful linebacker to our defense. Coronavirus in Illinois updates. 2,304 new COVID-19 cases and 47 deaths reported as state tops 1 million vaccines administered and suburban Cook County moves to phase 4 of reopening plan. Walgreens in Illinois will get another 39,000 COVID-19 vaccines each week through new federal program. Prosecutors in NYC want to bar R. Kelly from keeping sensitive evidence on victims while at Chicago federal jail. Chicago's St. Patrick's Day parades again cancelled. Mayor Lori Lightfoot City Council floor leader resigns from leadership post. Snow buildup causes partial wall collapse at Aragon Ballroom, sends debris near CTAL structure, delays red, purple lines. Chicago man charged with attempted murder after ramming Lake Station cop car in stolen Buick, charges say. Chicago officials point residents to website that allows users to find and book COVID-19 vaccination appointments. The following headlines are from phys.org. 3D imaging provides new insights into reproductive biology of parasite-carrying flies. Researchers design next-generation photodetector. U.S., EU importing potentially illegal wood from Brazil, report. SpaceX Starship prototype rocket crashes in fireball, again. Sea ice kept oxygen from reaching deep ocean during last ice age. COVID-19 lockdowns temporarily raised global temperatures. Addressing power differences may spur advantaged racial groups to act for racial equality. Wildfire smoke may carry mind-bending amounts of fungi and bacteria, scientists say. Scientists advocate breaking laws of geography and ecology. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, February 3rd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. What is the scientific method and how did it shape science? The Taj Mahal, can India save this corroding beauty? Soon, you could be wearing mushroom leather, but will it be better for the environment? The 9 best CBD tinctures to try today. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Red Sox add Hernandez to group vying to replace Pedroia. Homeless shelter opens at Oregon State Fairgrounds in Salem. Sounders officially sign former Husky goalkeeper Spencer Ritchie. Lee hires David Ray as Vanderbilt's offensive coordinator. Cable news ratings tighten with big months for CNN, MSNBC. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Sierra snow grows, but Bay Area has third biggest rainfall deficit since 1849. Half of all Contra Costa County residents over 75 issued vaccine appointments. Alameda schools plan mass COVID-19 testing. Bay Area TV sports, what to watch on Wednesday, Thursday. Super Bowl ad preview, Dolly Parton reimagines 9 to 5. Theater Works plans to return to in-person performances this fall. Julian Castro 2 headline joint ventures virtual town hall. Bezos announces he will step down as Amazon CEO. New Wheaties box honors athlete activist Tommy Smith's iconic 1968 Olympics protest. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Maryland lawmakers seek to lock in transit repair funding. Inside the Beltway, dull news, the media misses Donald Trump. Georgia House panel approves bill allowing sports betting. FBI joins investigation into 2 bodies found on Fort Bragg. Wyoming governor welcomes push to add Colorado County. After nearly a year in the Persian Gulf, USS Nimitz finally heading home. Senate committee okays SC ports borrowing $550 for railroads. Suspect in 2 murders deemed unfit, charges dismissed. The next headlines are from The Intercept. A Honduran migrant caravan collides with the U.S. vertical border in Guatemala. Inside the brutal power struggle at Homeland Security. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. How plants stabilize their water pipes. When hyperactive proteins trigger illnesses. Combining PD-1 inhibitor with VEGF inhibitor in chemotherapy of cholangiocarcinoma patient. Body and mind, hormones in the brain may explain how exercise improves metabolism. U.S. adults report highest stress levels since early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. Recycling face masks into roads to tackle COVID-generated waste. Bottoms are up at the HIV Research for Prevention virtual conference. UTC researchers make discoveries to better understand SARS-CoV-2 virus. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Teen girl missing from Evergreen Park. Much of Joliet under boil order after water main breaks. Chicago Fishing, Midwest Fishing Report, adjusting and adapting after the big snow. Chiefs and Bucks impressive coordinator trios give Bears something to shoot for. COVID-19 vaccine shots for city residents can be booked through this website. Woman, 40, missing from unincorporated Cook County near LaGrange found safe. Lightfoot City Council floor leader goes public with his resignation. U.S. Navy drops rape charges against SEAL pulled from Iraq. Palace Intrigue Episode 155, Super Bowl Week, the Bears defense in Cole Kmet. The tight end revolution will be televised. Do the Bears have heirs? The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. St. Louis first mass vaccination site opens tomorrow in North County. Sex workers, allies want next St. Louis mayor to respect the hustle. Officers, inmates call for change after Missouri prison melee. Amy Simmons realizes a long-time dream with Floydie Pants Vegan Ranch. Rachel Burns' Bold Spoon Creamery is an uncommon tale of pandemic success. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Best Keto Diet Pills 2021, Top BHB Ketosis Supplements for Weight Loss. Como's Bloomfield Hills Pizza pop-up opens Friday. Michigan's first certified organic marijuana dispensary opens in Ann Arbor. Let Them Play a lawsuit seeks to overturn order barring winter sports in Michigan. Virgil C. Smith, retired judge and ex-state lawmaker, vies for Detroit City Council seat. Imagine Entertainment acquires Birmingham 8, announces upgrades, no changes to iconic marquee. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Apparently Sharpstown has a yucca thief. Houston Grand Opera's concert of arias goes virtual. The 4 most important action items for new Texans HC David Culley. The next headlines are about world records making news. Michael Andretti, a car made of cake, and a grand opening at Ilani ClarkCountyToday.com, ClarkCountyToday.com. Record-breaking pilot Captain Barrington Irving inspires North Texas STEM students with flying classroom, CBS Dallas-Fort Worth. Lauren Gregory, Katie is O'Share SEC Runner of the Week honor, Arkansas Razorbacks. Powerlifter Alex Maher obliterates all-time world record with 766.1 pounds deadlift at 75 kilograms body weight, fitnessvolt.com. Ed Moses, the world's greatest 400 hurdler, Athletics Weekly. Watch when Usain Bolt broke 100 world record with historic time of 9.58 seconds that has not been beaten to, talksport.com. Ariana Grande breaks Guinness World Record, again, and makes history, again, USA Today. Must watch, Cam Zink lands a world record 110-foot backflip in sandbox, pinkbike.com. Record holder Captain Sir Tom Moore dies aged 100, Guinness World Records. 2 Indian jewelers break Guinness World Records title 2 months apart for most diamonds in a ring, Picure, Pen Live. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. If Comcast can increase the speed of its internet plans, it can get rid of data caps. Google fined $3.8 million in settlement over alleged hiring and pay discrimination. Jeff Bezos steps down as Amazon CEO. Tesla recalls 135,000 Model S and Model X vehicles over faulty flash memory. The 10 best deals of February 2, 2021. Terry Goodkind's posthumous release features a most unusual demand for surrender. How fandom destroyed and protected me. Disney Plus now lets you bundle it free Hulu. How to ensure the federal government doesn't try to muzzle science again. Report, Apple's electric car may be based on Hyundai's GMP platform. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was the Monument Airport in Australia at 108.32 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Verkhojansk in Russia at minus 57.1 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 49.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. As new COVID cases drop, U.S. may be repeating the same mistakes. B.1.1.7 coronavirus variant is picking up a worrisome new mutation. AI is getting back into college football without NCAA player licenses. Containerize all the things with Ubuntu Core 20. Jeff Bezos to leave Amazon CEO post after 27 years, become executive chair. Google settles federal gender and race discrimination charges for $3.80 High-performance computers are under siege by a newly discovered backdoor. Apple's updated App Store guidelines clarify positions on recent controversies. Tesla bows to pressure from NHTSA, issues recall for Models S and X. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Got to work on that landing, SpaceX rocket in fiery crash, again. In newly surfaced video, Marjorie Taylor Greene again attacks David Hogg, this time as a very trained dog. Too crazy even for Newsmax, Internet mocks MyPillow's Mike Lindell after host leaves disaster interview. Megyn Kelly tries to dispute Pete Buttigieg's first openly gay cabinet member, and it doesn't end well. Jeff Bezos to step down as CEO of Amazon this year. Newsmax anchor Bob Sellers walks off after MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell goes off on another conspiracy rant. Rush Limbaugh schooled live on air from one of his own listeners after attacking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Amazon to fork over $61.7 million in withheld tips in settlement with delivery drivers, report. Nicole Wallace, Trump's lawyers are arguing the attack was already planned so he didn't start it. House impeachment managers argue Trump aimed violent mob at Capitol like a loaded cannon. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Elizabeth Warren plans to introduce wealth tax in the Senate. How a drive-through manager rescued a COVID-19 vaccination clinic. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez reveals she is a survivor of sexual assault. How a legacy of organizing among domestic workers helped turn Georgia blue. 3 big questions the Senate Agriculture Committee needs to ask Tom Vilsack. White ladies, curl up in You're the Future as female sweatshirt and read this book. Online nurses groups are rife with vaccine disinformation. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Journey Work of the Stars, Scientific American. Local physicist makes case for possible alien life, WGBH.org, WGBH.org. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Full text, 2R, 6R, hydroxynorketamine alleviates electroconvulsive shock-induced NDT, Dove Medical Press. The eyes look but the brain sees, Primetime News, Primetime News. Scientists find promising avenue to restore cognitive function impaired by Alzheimer's disease, Uric Alert. Learning to drive and navigate significantly changes the brain, Science Times. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.